Hey up, you beautiful buggers. Welcome to this week's top 5. Let me tell you, right, straight off the bat, no messing around, yeah. Most weeks, it is quite easy to see the camps that stand out to you. Not always, granted, but most of the time, you can see what's tickling your pickle and what isn't. But that isn't always the case, and this week's a perfect example of that. Literally, every single submission could have been in top 5. You all did bloody well this week, so yeah. It's literally gone down to finest of margins, like the angulation of a teacup, for example. I mean, that's a bad example, considering teacups played no part in this, but you get what I'm saying. It's been a tough week, it really has. With all that being said, though, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more builds like this on a weekly basis, and yeah, let's take a look at this week's top 5 camps. Alright then, so to start us off, we're going to be taking a look at this build by the Akiras. This is called the Roots and Bunda build. No, it's not TNG. It's called the Roots and Bulbs build. I have no idea where that came from. Dear, oh dear me. Yes, the Roots and Bulbs build by the Akiras. Now, just a quick FYI as well to new people that are coming. These are in no particular order. Yeah, we rank, rate, and honourable mentionate at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Roots and Bulbs build by the Akiras. What did I like about this one? I mean, take a look at it. Have a ganders for yourself, yeah? Cast your peepers onto it. It looks cool as shit. It looks like something straight out of Cyberpunk. Yeah, I bloody love this thing. The exterior's so well fleshed out. There's so much texture to it. They've added a load of custom-made items like the fan, for example. Little bits just splodged on here and there. It just breaks it all up a little bit. And look at the windows. They've used the Enclave laser doors behind the warehouse set, I do believe, to give that effect. Add some lighting as well. It's stunning. Are them doors still broke, by the way? Of course they are. Of course they are. It's Bethesda. Of course they're still broke. But yeah, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Love that, Akiras. Love it. Let's take a look on the interior. And again, full of little details and clever ideas. Over there, use of that laser door. Looks fantastic. I literally can't fault this one bit. I must say it's the exterior that dragged me in, but the interior looks equally as well done. So yeah, Akiras, you have knocked this one out of the park. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Camp number 2, we have this masterpiece by Simba, the Helvetia Floating Island Camp. Right. Not gonna lie to you, I have seen 1,000,001 builds in this particular location. Don't know why Bethesda felt it necessary to allow you to build in this spot, but here we are. Who knows how Todd and his minions work? This is by far the nicest one I have seen here. It's a bonny looking build, and I ain't kidding you. Very, very good looking. But what I actually like most about it, right, and this is going to sound daft because it is a floating island. It's got fans on the bottom of it as propellers to make it look realistic. Again, it's a floating island. However, the thought's there, which is nice. It makes it slightly more plausible, doesn't it? It's a cool concept. I like the idea, and I like the attention to detail. I'm not actually too sure how difficult it is to build up here. Like I say, I'm not a very adventurous builder, so I'm not sure the steps that go into it. I am seeing some building techniques used in the structure of it, like the UFO shape, for example. But yeah, like I say, in terms of actually building up here, I don't know. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that it's probably quite tricky. And if that siren doesn't shut up, I'm going to launch my microphone at it. Simba, great looking camp from the outside. Obviously done in quite a tricky location. Let's take a look at the interior, see what's going on in there. They just don't stop. It's constant. It's like I'm living in the middle of frigging Beirut or something. There's sirens every 5 minutes. I live in a small town. Honestly, I don't know if you lot can hear them, but it is deafening. It is like the horns of Jericho blasting down my ears, and I've got noise-cancelling headphones on, right? So, apologies yet again, but it's really frustrating. Interior, Simba's camp. Bloody lovely. Highly detailed. I'm actually impressed. You see a lot of camps that look great from the outside, but on the inside, yeah, they are lacking a little bit. But no, this is the full package. This is the full package. It's very small, very cozy. I love it. I actually really do like this camp. So many cool little details. And like I say, obviously, it is quite a complicated build as well. Yeah, Simba, great work. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Much love. Camp number 3, and for the second week running, we have ND. Now, yes, I have been taught how to say that name properly, however, it is French. I can't say French things, okay? I can barely English proper, alright? So, from now on, we're just going to say ND. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, okay then, so we had the Fisherman's Hut, and this thing looks pretty damn cool. I like the A-frame roof, like we saw on Bear's build a couple of weeks back. And on the subject of that, actually, if there is any plagiarism comments that are going to come out, like, oh, he's copied that build off Bear. No, ND fully credits Bear in the description of his video. That shouldn't be necessary, but I know what people like. But yeah, loving that A-frame roof. But to be honest, guys, the build as a whole, I'm actually rather fond of this one. I love me immersive shit, and this one's been done extremely well. One thing that is bothering me, though, right, and just hear me out, is this a pre-existing location? I think I'm actually pretty decent on camp spots, considering I've done 87,000 videos on them. And I've never seen this. Or is this a new prefab structure that's, you know, been added to the atomic shop? The tower that I'm on about. Please let me know down in the comments, guys. Like I say, I'm actually really far behind with 76 at the moment. And yeah, I have seen those towers dotted around the landscape, but I don't remember seeing this camp location. Yeah, just let me know if you could, please. So that's the exterior covered. I think we can all agree it's pretty damn cool, it's very immersive, and he's done a fantastic job with them roofs. What really set it off for me, though, believe it or not, as much as I'm in love with the outside of this bloody place, look at the decor. The decor is top-notch on this gaff. You can just tell that ND's put a lot of time and thought into this interior, and it shows. I really do like this camp. Is it my favourite of the week? Well, you'll find out at the end. But yeah, it's a really high rating from me, this. Brilliant job, ND. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you actually come in. Okay, so next up, we have the Morgantown Abandoned Clinic by Shed79. And you know, like I was saying at the beginning, it's been a hard week, right? There was 2 camps that were very similar uploaded. The other one was by Cursed the Trapper. But Cursed actually did an abandoned mall rather than a healthcare centre. Please feel free to check him out, actually, over on his channel. This one by Shez just about pipped it for me. I love Shez's immersive builds. They are so goddamn realistic. This one's no different either. It looks like a real-life location, let alone an in-game location. Honestly now, right, pulling something off like this isn't easy. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not as in your face as Payu's Eiffel Tower, for example, or Hitbit's fire engine. Yeah? But this style is so hard to do, to make something realistic in this game. I know I've banged this drum a million times now, but honestly, go and try it. Go and try and build something that looks as low-friendly as this. It's not as easy as you think, so hats off to you, Shez. So if we take a ganders at the interior, well, it's exactly what it says on tin, innit? An abandoned healthcare clinic. Perfectly decorated. It is perfectly decorated for the theme and build that Shez is going for. You could easily overdo it with this kind of thing, but no. This is spot on. Awesome. So bloody war-friendly. This one is up there for me this week, and I know some of you may be thinking, oh, TNG, it's just an abandoned building. How hard can it be? There's been some bangers. Well, yeah, there has, but as I said, go and try it. Go and try it. It is not easy to do. Shez, thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you're going to find yourself in. So now we come on to our 5th and what should be final build before the honourable mentions. But have a guess what I've done again this week? Yes, I've forgotten to choose honourable mentions. So yeah, we're going to do all 7 camps and choose the honourable mentions at the end. You know, in exactly the same way as last week when I did the same thing. So it's fine. We all don't learn from our mistakes. So yeah, our 5th camp is this absolute... I don't even know what to call it. Monolith, God knows what, by Buddha Too Dope. I don't know what to say. I don't know where to start. I don't know what's happening, but it looks absolutely cool as penguin piss. I mean, how do you even rank this? How do you describe this? Can somebody tell me down in comments, because I've never seen anything quite like it. What I do know is that clearly a lot of time has been put into it, and it's enough to give the average person an aneurysm. I'm not sure what to do at this point. I mean, it's spirally and ultra sighty. Yeah. It is an interior to look at. No, there isn't. This is all we've got to, try and pick apart. That's not happening. I mean, it's a spectacle, isn't it? There's obviously been some really clever building tricks used in it. Building tricks that I'm not clever enough to describe to you. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Butter Too Dope, thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on what position you end up in. I wish I could say more, but I'm already dragging it out just so people can see more of your camp, and it's fair. But I absolutely have no idea what's going on here. Simply lovely. Camp number 6, it's time to inject a little bit of modernism into this week's top 5, isn't it? And that's exactly what Chicken Bone has done with this beautiful looking camp build. So what like Lady H's last week, isn't it? Using that gas station awning as an integral part at build. I bloody love the look of this thing, especially with the glass wall pieces. Gives it a proper modern, clean, sophisticated kind of look. Aye, and that's coming from me, yeah? You know that I like my shitty, scrappy stuff, but this has actually impressed me a lot, not gonna lie to you. The interior's actually ticking a lot of boxes as well. Very well decorated. A lot of time has obviously been spent on it. And guys, that stone staircase that he's made at the end there, fantastic. Alright, this is a solid build, Chicken Bone. Like I say, modern builds, not really my thing. But I'm really, really impressed with this one. Very, very clever build. And you know what? I've actually just noticed things like them speakers you've made. Again, little touches, guys. That's the difference. That's the kind of thing that makes a difference. Little details that can transform the whole look of a camp. Chicken Bone, thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Now then, for our 7th and final build, we have this absolute stunner from Alex P. Yes, I am blowing smoke up his arse. Yes, you better get used to it, because this thing is a gorgeous looking house, let me tell you. I mean, look at it for yourself. Look at it for yourself and dare try and tell me this isn't anything but... I don't even know. It's just top notch, innit? For some strange reason, right, the exterior of this gaff reminds me of the houses in GTA 5. I can't remember the name of the location to save my life. But if you've played the game, you'll know where I'm on about. It's up in the hills at the top of the city. Do you know what I'm on about? I'm sure some of you do. Aye. I think my favourite part of this build, though, is actually something really mundane. It's the garage doors. I don't know why, but they really please me. I mean, the whole build is great, and I'm sure there's a lot of expertise gone into it, but them garage doors are just bloody fantastic. I'm also a massive fan at camp location as well. Prime Blackpool seafront location. You know what? I shouldn't actually reference Blackpool again. I made that joke last week and somebody got really upset about it. So I apologise to that person. But yeah, Lake Gad is Blackpool. It is Blackpool seafront, and you can't convince me otherwise. And I've said that since the bloody game came out. But yeah, exterior-wise, Alex, you have absolutely killed it yet again, my friend. Let's have a look at the interior. Yep, typical Alex P style. Very clean, very modern. It looks pretty decent. I do like how you've incorporated the cliff face into the build as well. That's a nice little touch. Alright, Alex, overall, it's a gorgeous build. I can't really say anything bad about it. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. And I think it's about time we actually do decide what people's positions are, isn't it? Aye, it definitely is. However, just before we get to it, right, I hope that you'll allow me a few minutes to give a massive shout out to Overclockers UK and Ducky Keyboards. Now, you know I don't do this often, right, and I wouldn't do it if these weren't an amazing group of lads and ladies, right? They were the ones who helped us to get the fabled gaming chair. I don't know how many of you watching remember that whole channel joke about the gaming chair, but yeah, they were the ones who made it possible. So yeah, thank you again for the gaming chair, but this isn't why we're here this time. Oh no, it's for this marvellous little bit of kit here, the Tinker 75 keyboard. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a PC gamer, but it looks cool, doesn't it? And I'm more than happy with it. It types things and it makes clicky noises. It lights up all fancy colours, and it's Nuka Cola. I mean, that's the main thing. It's Nuka Cola. what's not to love? Yeah, and just the feel of it as well. It is a quality item, and I can speak for my last Ducky keyboard. That thing has survived an 8-year-old smashing on it and colouring it in and doing all kinds of fantastic shit with it. So, yeah, I can attest that this is probably going to be up to the same standard as that. But yeah, thank you again, Overclockers UK and Ducky Global, for this fantastic keyboard and mouse mat. And if you guys watching want to own one for yourselves, I'll leave a link down in the description. Thank you very much. Right, so let's get on to these results, and this is going to be open to interpretation from everybody, to be honest with you. You're going to have different opinions than me, I'm going to have different opinions than you. Let's discuss it down in the comments. Right, okay then, so, let's start off with Chicken Bones Camp. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's a great looking build. I like what you did with it, very unique with a gas awning. Solid all round. The Akiras, right, this is a 10 out of 10. You cannot convince me otherwise. That thing looks cool, the decor is unreal, and it's cyberpunky as shit. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the Akiras. On to Simba's Floating Island Camp. Again, 10 out of 10. How can I give it less? It's in a difficult spot, a lot of complicated building techniques, but it looks good as well. It looks incredible. So yeah, Simba, another 10 out of 10. Jesus Christ, let me tell you, we're going to have a lot of ties this week. But don't worry, I'll organise them into my personal 1 to 5s at the end. ND's Camp. The Fisherman's Hut. Right. 8.5 from me. Very immersive, very well decorated. It was a good camp. It was a solid camp. But yeah, 8.5 from me, and I think that's a pretty fair score. Let me know if you think different down in the comments. Next up, we have Shez79 with the Health Clinic build. This thing, incredible for its realism. Can I rank it as high as Simba's or the Akira's, though? I mean, it's a totally different style, but I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10 for that one, Shez. I loved it. It was stunning. But yeah, 9 out of 10 from me. Right, so on to Buddy 2 Dope's Spectacle. I'm not even calling it a camp. I appreciate how difficult it was to build. It's really eye-catching. It's stunning. But is it a camp? Is it a functional camp? Does that make any sense? I can't really mark it down, though, because I've given motorbikes and Eiffel Towers the #1 spots in the past, and you could argue they are equally as uncamp-like as this. More of an art piece rather than a camping piece. So yeah, saying that, purely for its difficulty and how cool it looks, I have to give it a 10. It has to be a 10 out of 10. So yeah, a third 10 out of 10 this week. The standards are getting higher. And with that, we are left with Alex P's Modern Villa. Oh, again, gorgeous looking camp. Some nice little bits on it. But is it my style? It is, and I'm not a modern build fan, as you know, but Alex is going to have to be a 10. It's going to have to be because it's technical, it looks good, and it's well put together, so I can't give it anything less. So that is 4 10 out of 10s we've got this week, and I'm going to have to rank them anyway, so it doesn't really bloody matter, does it? Ah, Jesus Christ, this is a pain in me. See what I mean? How it was actually physically hurting my arsehole doing this. God almighty. Right, let's put them into my rank order. So, #1 for me, it's gonna have to be Buddy 2 Dope, right? I know that it's not as camp-like as some of the other camps, but technically it is incredible. It looks amazing, and I'd be a hypocrite if I said, no, I'm not putting this in #1 because it's not camp-like when I've put choppers and shit in there. So yeah, for me, #1, Buddy 2 Dope with whatever it was that he created. Something to do with mangled miners. Which is actually quite a disturbing title now I think of it. Christ's sake, mate. I've only just read that. Fucking hell. Yeah, anyway, #2 spot, it's going to be Simba. Beautiful looking camp, complicated location, unique, nice little aspects on it. Yeah, easily #2 for me is Simba's. In the #3 spot, the Akira's. Hands down, one of my favourite builds of the week. I love the cyberpunkiness of it. I love some of the cool building tricks you've used. Yeah, easy number 3. That leaves Alex P by proxy in the number 4 spot. And let me just point out, right? These 4 camps here are all worthy of number 1. Yeah, let me just make that perfectly clear, but I do have to rank them. Okay, so we've done the first 4 camps. That leaves a tie between Chickenborn and Shez79 for the number 5 spot. Chickenborn, I loved your build. I thought it were beautifully done. I like the incorporation of the gas awning. Any other week, that could have been a number 1 spot build. But I do have to go with Shez79 in the number 5 spot. Her build was stunning. I love the realness of it. Amazingly well executed. So difficult to do. And another build that could have been number 1 quite easily. So yeah, that's the top 5. We have Buddha 2 Dope in number 1. We have Simba in number 2. We have the Akiras in number 3. We have Alex P in number 4. And we have Shez79 in number 5. And our 2 honourable mentions are ND and Chickenbone. Yes, not an easy week. Not an easy week at all. And if you saw some of the other entries, Cowing Babies, for example, Yeah Bears, Moonlight Cowboy did a pretty cool one. They were all worthy to be in the top 5 as well. It's just, I can't put them in. This is how difficult it is getting to judge them. I'm hoping this ranking system's showing you how hard it can be. So yeah, if you do want to check out everybody else's camps that are submitted, by the way, you can either join the Discord and have a look through there. There's a link down in the description. You can also submit your own camp through that. Or you could have a look on my Instagram or Facebook. It's literally at TNG76. Just search for it. You will find it. And all the builds will be, you know, they'll all have photos on there. But yeah, as ever, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments. And as we say in the north, I will love you and leave you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Much love.